Hey guys, welcome back to another Excel video. As today we are learning these really interesting looking charts called multi-level category charts or subcategory charts. Let's get started. So here we have the data and immediately we can see that it is arranged in a particular fashion. And yes, if you want to make multi-level category charts or subcategory charts, you need to have your data arranged in this manner. Let's discuss this a little. We have two main categories in the first column, namely alphabets and directions. The data related to alphabets category is enclosed within this gray box, whereas directions category has this data in the blue box. Alphabets category has a further subcategory, that is subcategory 1, wherein we have A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. ABC is further subcategorized in subcategory 2, where we have 2 years data, 2013 and 2014, and the amounts relating to these years is also given. So now that we have understood how we need to arrange the data, let's start making the chart by having an active cell inside the data. Press Ctrl A to select the entire data, including the main category, subcategories, and the amount. Go to Insert tab and then hit Recommended Charts button. And here we have different options which we can select from. And if we want to have our chart along x-axis in horizontal manner, we can go with this option. Or if we like to have our chart in vertical manner along y-axis, we can select this option. I'm going with the horizontal option right now. Press OK, and there you have it. Our chart with multi-category or subcategory x-axis is done. Let me expand it so that you can easily see, and there you go. Now if I'm satisfied with this chart and I think no further formatting or adjustment is needed, this chart is complete and I can stop right here. But we are going to further improvise on it and make it look even better. And how we are going to do it, let's start by removing these horizontal lines first by using mouse left click. Just left click on any of these lines and then hit delete key on the keyboard. Same goes with this chart title. We already know that these are the amounts, so we don't really need this word written here. Left mouse button and delete key on the keyboard to get rid of it, and there you have it. Much cleaner, much more understandable. Alright, the first thing I notice is that x-axis lines or the categorization divisions is not as legible as it should be. So in order to correct it, right click on the x-axis, go to format axis, and in here select fill and line option, and under color I'm going to select a little darker color, somewhat like this, and yes, it's much better now. I can easily see where the main category is, and then the subcategory 1 and subcategory 2 as well. Right now it's really hard for me to understand where the alphabet series is ending and where the direction series is starting. So first thing we are going to do is to add a little gap between the two series. This is really easy. Let's go back to the data. Here we have the second main category starting from row 10. I'm going to insert a new row above this category by right clicking and then insert, and immediately you can see that there is a gap in the chart, but right now it's quite unreasonable and looks like something is missing in the chart. So in order to correct it, let's go back to the row that we have just inserted in the first cell of the row, that is in the main category column. Hit spacebar once and then press enter, and now you can see that we have a margin separating the alphabets category and the directions category. Much more easily understandable, and visually I can clearly see where the alphabets series is ending and from where direction series is starting. Now again, if I'm satisfied with this chart and I think no further adjustments are needed, I can stop right here and go with the reports or wherever I want to apply this chart. However, there are a few more steps that we can take to make it even more effective, and that is by giving each main category its own distinct color. Right now, I've decided to give direction series a different color other than the blue one, because right now all of the bars are in blue color. And by making direction series with different color is going to make it much more easier for eyes and the viewers of this chart. So how we are going to do it? We are going to click on any of the bars using mouse, and you can immediately see that all the bars are selected in the chart. Click once again. Remember, I'm using left mouse button to do these selections. Now that I have the first bar in the direction series selected, go to format menu, shape fill, and from here you can select any color. I am going with orange accent 2, and here I have the first bar in a different color. It's already looking really good, and I'm going to repeat these steps until all the bars in the series are of the similar color. So the second bar, format menu, and this time instead of going to the drop down menu, I'm simply going to hit this icon, and it's going to fill the bar with the color I have already selected. Now, one of the ways to speed up this process significantly is by using a shortcut available to us in Excel, and that is repeating the last action we did inside Excel environment. And for that, the shortcut is F4. As you have seen, the last action I did is coloring this bar with orange accent 2 color. Now, if I go to third bar, I'm going to select it with the mouse, or you can use the directional keys on the keyboard. With the third bar selected, I simply have to press F4, and there you have it. The bar is given the color we already need. So once again, no need to go to format menu. Simply select the fourth bar, press F4, F4, and so on. And that's how you are going to color the entire series really easy, really quickly. So here we have our multi-level category charts or subcategory chart ready with x-axis or the main axis divided in different categories, and also each of the series with different color. A really interesting technique to make better charts in Excel. All right, before we conclude this lesson, let's say we want to convert or shift this chart from x-axis to y-axis, that is from horizontal to vertical chart. It is also really easy. Select the chart, go to chart design, click change chart type, and from here go to bar and select this option, press OK, and it will immediately shift all of your categories from x-axis to y-axis in no time. Now, one last trick that I want to show is that what if we want to get rid of these categories and we want simple categories just like normally we have. That is also really easy. There are two ways to do it. The first one is right click on the y-axis or the main axis, go to format axis, and under axis options go to labels and uncheck multi-level category labels. And this will strip off the chart from any categorization or subcategorization that we have intended before. And if we want to resume or if we want to have the categories back, simply check the multi-level category labels again. The second method of removing any of these labels is even better. For example, if I want to get rid of the main categories in the chart and I want only subcategory 1 and subcategory 2 to be visible, I simply have to hide this column, and this will get rid of the main categorization labels in the axis. Same way, if I want only the years to appear, hide them, and there you have. And if I want to have these categorization back, simply undo or unhide these columns, and I'm going to get these labels back. However, one caution is needed, that you cannot really break the chain or relationship in the categories. For example, if I want to show only the main categories and subcategory 2 by hiding subcategory 1, this is going to destroy the categorization in the chart, and it is not really effective. With this thing understood, our lesson is complete, and there you have it. I really hope you enjoyed this technique. And if this is the case, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you can receive the updates about the videos I'm going to upload. Until next video, I'm your host Hassan Fazal signing out, and happy excelling.